Whoa, and we're live. Welcome to Nurse Mark and the Green Nurse Daily Dose of AFA, everybody.
Absolutely. And you know what we're here for. We are here to bring you hope and inspiration for growth and healing so you can start your day off the AFA way. And in case you have forgotten what that is, Mark,
it means you're absolutely fucking amazing. Exactly as you are. No need to change. No need to be any better. You're absolutely perfect the way you are.
Just be. That's it. Just be.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. So,
all right.
Jerry,
Good morning. Rise and shine.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, the Monday after Christmas. And what a great, like Christmas on a Friday, going into the weekend. I hope everybody had a magnificent holiday. And here it is, December 28th. Now we're counting down, Sherry. We're counting down to that new year. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start off with the AFA Daily Love. So today, this is really going to be good. I started a 7-day mental challenge. So the reading was from a book called Around the Year with Emmett Fox. You know, I'm a huge Emmett Fox fan.
Emmett Fox.
Yeah. So today talked about a 7-day mental diet. And that is simply for the next 7 days, every time you start to have a negative thought, immediately turn it around to a positive thought. So don't dwell on anything negative for the next 7 days. It's just a week. Just like he goes into detail and he says, listen, you can't do it for more than a week. It's that strenuous. It's that difficult. It's that hard not to come from that negative bias, because as human beings, we are blessed with a negative bias. Well, it's kept us alive for a long time, right? It's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go down to the watering hole because that lion's going to eat me. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good. So here's the thing. We come from that negative bias in every moment, right? So the next 7 days, I'm going to do it. I'm challenging you to do it. I'm challenging everybody who listens to the Daily Love to go on a 7-day mental diet, because how amazing is that going to be coming into 2021, having had 7 days of nothing but positive thoughts? I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Literally.
There you go. Okay, and here's a really good hint for people that have a really hard time with it, because I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody has a hard time, right?
It is, but here's it's like a tip and a trick, right? Here's like a tip and a trick. So it's very similar to the glasses, love glasses, taking, how am I looking through the lens of the world, right? So when I have that negative, icky feeling of a story that's coming into my head, how can I shift it? Okay, so it's about, you can't stop something from coming in completely, but you can stop it from infiltrating into your being.
That's the tip, right? You're going to have negative thoughts. They're going to be just coming at you. You're not going to be able to stop them. You're right. So what do? You recognize it.
And you can go like this. You ready? You can turn the light on and off, right? To your thought processes. You go, lights off, lights on. I'm going to think about this in a different way.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just truly, what is a true miracle? A miracle is a change of perception, that aha moment when it just makes sense. So just when those thoughts come in, be like, oh, time for a miracle. Time for a miracle.
Time for a miracle. That's it. That's it. Real simple in thought, not so simple in action, right? So, Mary, thanks for that. You're right. So when those negative thoughts come in, just recognize that they're negative thoughts and turn it around. 7 days. That's all you got to do. 7 days. Swear to God, if you do the 7 days, your 2021 is going to be amazing.
Yes. I love that. That is absolutely
7-day mental diet, Jerry.
The mental diet. So what's the word of the day?
Oh, my word of the day today is You go ahead. I've got so many in my head right now. Go ahead. I'm going to give you one.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one word of the day and then my health tool for the day. So
Okay.
my one word of the day is reflection. Just reflecting. Like, so in other words, when you reflect, sometimes this is really good for the mental health challenge. Sometimes those icky reflections can come up. Well, I guarantee you, and this is a true story, that you can find the good in something. Okay, so here's an interesting story. When my son was born with that rare genetic disorder, and I had some of those spiritual people say, everything happens for a reason. I was like,
fuck you.
I was like, what do you mean everything
What's the
happens
reason
for a
on
reason?
this?
My son is in the intensive care unit. My son's got a rare genetic disorder, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't see the reason at the time. So just know at some point in time, you will be able to see the good in a situation that doesn't feel so good at that moment. So reflection is my word of the day, to reflect. And I've been doing a lot of writing. So the writing has really helped. So that's my word of the day.
I love that. I journaled this morning too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yep.
Good.
Early journaled for a while after meditating. Yeah. So
there you go.
My word of the day is beginnings. Because what came through in my journaling today was that every moment is a new beginning.
It is.
It really is. It really is. And so I don't have to drag the past into this moment. I can just be in this moment and know that it is a new beginning for whatever comes up.
Absolutely. And you can start your day off at any day. You know what I mean? I can go like this. Right, here it is. This is my favorite one. If I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh God. Oh my God, what's going on with these glasses? They're so foggy. All right. I'm going to clean off that negative juju. Let's put them right back on.
Yeah.
Look at the world from a different lens. What about your self-care tool for the day? Self-care.
So self-care, hey, started off okay. I meditated, I had that journaling moment. We're here having our conversation, which is always uplifting. And so my self-care today is really being patient with myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So my self-care tool today is hydrate. Okay. So I realized when I was away this weekend with my mom how dehydrated I was. Right. And so truly hydrate.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yep. So what I have here is my mother gave me some beautiful berry medley tea. So I'm having some tea this morning. What I'm going to be making later is, because I truly believe too that micronutrients are huge to our endocannabinoid system. We already know nutrition is huge.
Yeah.
So I put a post up this morning, if you guys go look, on green smoothies. Green smoothies. I'm going to make a green smoothie. The issue that I have, you guys are going to laugh, is the only thing green I have in my house is cannabis.
But that's awesome. So good.
So here it is. So if you look at my list, you put 1 cup of leafy green vegetables, and there's a list: spinach, kale, romaine, bok choy, Swiss chard, collards, dandelion. Since I don't have that, I'm going to be putting in some of my fresh cannabis that got harvested. Beautiful. 1 cup of a liquid base: water, coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk. So 1 cup of leafy greens, 1 cup of liquid base, 2 cups of ripe fruit, all in a blender, right? So if you have issues, the other thing you can do is you can add some protein powder. If the greens are a little bit too bitter, you can add a little bit of agave nectar, or even a fig or a date right into that smoothie. And I guarantee you that you will feel like $1 million.
Boy, that's got me really, actually, it's got me hungry now.
There you go.
Sounds so good.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of putting raw cannabis into it.
Me too.
I really, really do. Because, as we know, a lot of the things that are in raw cannabis, prior to conversion into like THC or CBD, those acidic forms are mega healthy for you. Like there are so many, like for instance, THCA, the acidic form, before it turns into that intoxicating THC. You and I both know, maybe folks you don't know out there, that it's 10 times more potent of an anti-inflammatory chemical than CBD. And CBD's got great anti-inflammatory properties, right?
Yep.
You just know we know that about it.
Yeah.
So being able to
THCA,
juice raw cannabis, I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah, me too. I am too, and I love it. And THCA too, which I like, and I never knew this as well, is it's like the COX-2 inhibitor, like some of those Vioxxes and drugs that have, huge, strong anti-inflammatory effect, but also destroy your stomach. So that's the part that's really cool. I got inflammation, and after all the sugar I ate this weekend, I'm sure it's going to be sparked up even more. But the bottom line is getting those phytobotanical nutrients into my gut to improve the health of my gut, decreases inflammation, actually helps me think better and clearer. So nutrition for the win. Liquid. Lots of liquid. Yes.
All right. Motivational Monday. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So basically, this is really interesting. Mark and I were talking, there's a ton of great motivational tools, but we want to educate you all on why we are so passionate about why we're doing what we're doing from a nursing perspective. We have this awesome handy dandy book, which looks boring to you all, but let me just tell you how excited I got in 2018. So the Journal of Nursing Regulation was put out by the National Council State Boards of Nursing, which is the nursing guidelines. Actually, the National Council State Boards of Nursing is a nonprofit whose members include regulatory bodies in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 4 United States territories. So the National Council State Boards of Nursing was created to bring together nursing bodies to act and counsel together on matters of common interest. And it has truly evolved into one of the leading voices of nursing regulations around the world. So the next statement that I'm going to be making, which I'm sure some of you know and some of you don't know, but we're going to be talking about this every week. So the National Council State Boards of Nursing empowers and supports nursing regulators in their mandate to protect the public. Public protection. So it is the leading regulatory excellence worldwide. So what happened in 2018, Mark?
Oh my gosh, they made some bold statements, Sherry, regarding the endocannabinoid system and educating of nurses. Now, just to step back real quick, Sherry, now, isn't this the organization that puts out the NCLEX exam?
It certainly is. So let me just tell you, all
the
nurses.
NCLEX exam, all nurses have to take this national examination in order to qualify to getting a nursing license in their state, which, by the way, is kind of crazy that if we all take a national examination, why isn't our nursing license good in all 50 states? Well, it's not, folks. We have to apply in every single different state, and it's all just about bureaucracy. It's not about level of education, because if we all have to take this national exam and pass it, we should have a national license. Anyway, let's not get on that path. Let's talk about what we did in 2018, Sherry.
So in 2018, this is what got me so excited, and this is what broke me out of the cannabis closet. So what it was this. The National Council of State Boards of Nursing identified 6 essential areas of knowledge about cannabis for all nurses, nursing students, and advanced practice nurses. That's huge. That's big. That's big, right? So for the nursing organizations to truly, the biggest leading regulatory organization to come up with these 6 essential areas. And we're going to go through them really quickly. Mark, you want to start with number 1?
All right. The nurse shall have a working knowledge of the current state of legalization of medical and recreational cannabis use.
And what we'll be doing over the course of the next 12 months, starting in the new year, we're going to talk about those different states. Why not? You know what I mean? Just give you a little bit, a nug and a hug of information about what's going on, because it's truly important. Number 2, the nurse shall have working knowledge of the jurisdiction of medical programs. So jurisdiction is the power to exercise authority over personal and things in a territory. So basically the jurisdiction of medical program, and that's with each state, because as we all know, federally, it is still on a Schedule 1, illegal. Every state in the United States has its own laws when it comes to medical cannabis. So as nurses, we need to know that.
We need to educate the client about what is available in their state, right? Because they may go over the line into another state and come back into they may have issues. Problems. We need to understand that, right?
Yep. Very important.
Number 3, the nurse shall have an understanding of the endocannabinoid system, cannabinoid receptors, cannabinoids, and the interactions between them.
There you go.
I love
Boom.
this one.
Yes. Yes. This one's essential. Just think about when you go to nursing school. We go to nursing school, we learn about anatomy and physiology, we learn about pharmacology, we learn about drug interactions, we learn about receptor signaling systems. However, we never learned about the endocannabinoid system. That is the most important system in our bodies.
It is.
So it is essential that as nurses, we understand that. Right?
Yeah.
So 4, I already mentioned it. The nurse shall have an understanding of cannabis pharmacology and the research associated with the medical use of cannabis. Now, the part that's so fascinating about this that I love is that learning is ongoing. The more I learn, and this is what makes this plant humbles me every day. So the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know.
Yeah.
And the more I learn, the more I'm responsible for. Boom.
That's right. That's right. There is so much to learn every day. Every day there's something new.
And we're going to be teaching you that for
Yeah.
the next year. We guarantee that we are going to go over all of these things and make sure you all know how dedicated cannabis nurses are to educating you all. All right. 5.
All right. Sue, we're gonna talk about we're gonna connect with you. Thanks for stopping by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Sue.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I will reach out to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 5, the nurse shall be able to identify the safety considerations for patient use of cannabis. We got to understand it, folks. People are using this as a medicine. We need to understand what the interactions are, what the safety issues are, and we need to be able to address those.
Yep. And we truly address as nurses. You know, it's really interesting. It's about
what we do.
Safe, healthy, happy consumption. You know, the safety considerations, you know, having to do with age, having to do with medical diagnoses, having to do with symptoms, right? Legal risk reduction. That's what it comes down to too as nurses when we're working with patients, truly. You know, it is about safe use. So there's the last thing you ever want to do is scare someone.
Right.
So identify
Number
safety
6,
considerations.
Sherry.
My favorite.
Your favorite. I know.
Okay, so I get really excited about this one because it's something that I'm so passionate about because I've experienced this on the other end of the spectrum. So the nurse shall approach the patient without judgment regarding a patient's choice of treatment or preferences in managing pain or any other distressing symptoms. The nurse shall judge the patient without judgment.
Yes, that's right. Approach the patient without judgment.
Right. And what does this remind you of? This is why we talk about the high talk, and we're going to wrap up really quickly because we went over, but I'm so passionate about this topic.
I know. It's a big topic.
Judgment reminds us that spirituality is the root of cannabis care. And when we're not judging, what are we truly doing? We're connecting with a patient's spirit, right? To bring them the hope, to bring them the inspiration for that growth and healing. So stay tuned. You guys can expect some really, really good juicy information. Yes, Motivational Monday, Mark.
That's right, Sherry. That's right.
Yeah. So if you or someone you love is out there and you are interested in learning about cannabis for health and wellness, if you're cannabis curious, if you want to learn how to incorporate this plant into your life, or if you or someone you love is suffering from chronic debilitating illness or pain or symptoms and you want to be educated to learn how to use this plant, reach out to us at www.thegreennurse.com. We're here for you. Totally here for you.
You know, Sue, glad you stopped by because if you're in the healthcare space, if you are a healthcare professional anywhere helping anyone along that spectrum be healthy, join us because we are on a mission and we are on a mission to heal the world and we need you to join us.
Yes, we do. Yes. Yeah. So what kind of a day are we having today, Mark?
We're having an AFA day, Sherry. Now remember, we started our 7-day mental diet. Whoop.
Yes. And
no negative thoughts. Don't dwell on them, but you'll have them.
You'll have them. Just like move right through them. Let them go the other side. Right. And remember, everyone, It is truly about living your best life. And we will see you tomorrow.
Have an AFA day. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.